Hello again, welcome back to Liberia. We've got a couple of games today. I've come back in January as I said I would. I had toyed with changing that, but certain things have developed that mean that I went back to the original plan. I'll show you what I mean when we get into the episode. Okay, we'll quickly start on my profile, which, as you can see, there's my reputation, 20%, and studying for that Continental B license. Now then, I said some things have happened, and one of those things that has happened is the board have slashed my wage budget. So as you can see, we are now 46,000 over budget, and I was about 15,000 under that budget. All of which means that we have a number of players who are out of contract at the end of this season that we can't afford to sign anymore. If we go to the squad and go to the financial page and sort them by the ones who expire, and then sort them by their wage, as you can see, I can't now offer any more than 5,750. So basically, all of that lot, 12 players, a lot of them first team players. I mean, McCornell, Chroma, Ability, Barr, Varney on occasion, Yancey sometimes. I mean, they all get first team football, and unless they're willing to take a pay cut, I cannot re-sign any of them. The other problem we've got, of course, is that if we go back to the finances, we are nearly 300,000 in debt. So there's a chance that in the transfer window, the board are just going to accept bids for people. Not that they'll be for any money. No one pays us money for anyone. But they are going to accept bids for people to get this back out of the red, which means we could have our side totally ripped apart potentially in a month, and a possibly really good season could be ruined. You'll see what I mean about the possibly really good season when you see the league table. It shows us still in second, 4 points clear of third. We have one defeat on our resume now. That was our last match to Nimba, and if I remember rightly, if we look at stats, oh no, they actually did have a few more shots, but that goal was their first shot on target of the game, and we had outplayed them up to that point. We basically outplayed them for most of the game, but they scored the goal, so that was nice. Dynamics wise, we're not too bad. I mean, club atmosphere is still very good. I'm very well supported, and the team cohesion is edging up. So hopefully, if that team cohesion continues to go up, then we'll get the results that will keep the club atmosphere good, the managerial support will be good, and we can still keep getting results, certainly in this division. It does depend on surviving this February though, and it's with that in mind, and the fact that even if we go up, there is not enough money in the Liberian top flight to rescue this side. I mean, our one possible hope is that there is plenty of money in the African, I think it would be the Confederation Cup, if you get in by winning the Liberian Cup in the first place. I don't even know. Yes, you do. So if there's lots of money in that, then if we somehow miracled our way to a cup win, which, given that we're away to a side who are top half of the Liberian Premier League, it's probably not going to happen. But if we could miracle our way to that, then we might be able to rescue the finances. But if we don't, then basically what I'm saying in a very long-winded way is that this is going to be our last season with Holder, because I can't see, if we go up, we're going to have no money, so we're not going to be able to sign anyone, so it's going to be an absolute disaster of a season in the top flight. If we don't go up, there's every chance they'll sack me anyway. Admittedly, I only need to get to the playoffs in the league, but with the club's finances the way they are, yeah, I'm supposed to work within the wage budget, and I'm just not, because they changed the wage budget on me. I was, and then they changed it, so now I'm not. Which means presumably they'll be expecting me to get rid of players, but I can't get rid of players because that will either leave us with a very threadbare squad if I get rid of the ones who are on lower wages, or we'll just lose our star talent and that'll be it. We won't have a side good enough in the first place. So, yeah. I think we're basically between a rock and a hard place at Holder. And I mean, I know I probably could survive if I satisfy everything else here, although the fact we've got to reach the 8th final of the Liberian Cup and we are not at that yet, that's the next round. So if we go out, we'll fail that, and if we fail the wage budget thing as well, with the financial situation of the club, I think I'm doomed. So either way, I'm not going to accept any new contract, even if they offer it. Fingers crossed I don't get sacked, because that will hurt me when I try and look for a job. Hopefully I'll just be able to let my contract run out, and then we can go and look for a new job somewhere else, preferably in a bit better league, and we do have a few of those available now. So actually, just while we're at it, yes, of course, just as a little bit of an aside, I've never understood this. I'm sure some people maybe play it in so much depth that they care whether there's jobs that aren't a manager available, but honestly, why would you? You can only be a manager, you can't be any of these other jobs. So why do I need to know that they're available? I mean, I can understand if I'm worried about one of my members of staff possibly going somewhere else, but just get another one. There's an almost endless supply of them. So there are lots of vacancies. Any leagues looking? Well, I mean, no, there are no leagues looking any good. Obviously, we're still at the rough end of world football, but oh, no, we're not going back to Antigua. I mean, that will disappear. That's the other thing. I need to wait and see some of these leagues disappear to know what's actually going to be available, because I know several of these probably won't even be there by the end of season. So there's no point in me trying to get a job now, because I might end up in a league that I've decided is going to go. So yeah, it's a tricky one, but all that said, let's get on with it and get to the fixtures. As you can see, today's game is away to Joy Conqueror, yet another beautiful Liberian name. They really have almost cornered the market on fantastic team names. And also you can see, they are bottom of the table, which normally doesn't do us any favours at all, because we tend to reserve our worst performances for the worst opposition. But, you know, I'm used to that, being a Southampton fan. I know exactly what that's like. Right, you want me to make 3 changes to the side? I think I've changed that because... did I change that for that? Now you see, your injury susceptibility is high, whereas Lape's is not. I think I have sorted this side out already with a view to trying to rest a few people whose injury potential is a bit high. And let's face it, it's supposed to be a weak side. We should be able to get away with it, shouldn't we? Let's go. Let's get on with it. Yeah, I mean, I've made 4 changes from the last game, so I clearly have deliberately done that. Right. Okay, they've made 3 changes. This is a match we should be winning. Yes, it blooming well is. Right. Okay, let's dish out a bit of... Let's see, can we get them all... Oh, look at that. They're all motivated. Or, well, I say that. Mohamed Lape is definitely motivated. The rest of them, just good actors. Right. Okay, we're in white today. Remember that, people? We're in white. I don't know why I'm asking you to remember. You don't care. It's me that's got to remember we're in white, so I don't go make a complete ass of myself. But right, you'd think I'd notice who was on the ball by the names of the players, which I should really have memorised by this point, wouldn't you? Chroma. Oh, he's fired it wide. We did miss him for a while when he was out. Oh, hello. What's going on there? Oh, it's a booking for Chris Carndu. Oh my word. Is there a reason that the goalkeeper just sort of let that just bounce across him? Because... Oh no, well no, it sort of hit him and went in, didn't it? It looked like from the other angle that it just bounced across him, but... He was the terrible goalkeeper for a completely different reason. Okay, we are dominating this game. Won't give him a shout yet. Oh, don't get caught on the counter. Don't you dare. Oh, well done. Deba! Well, this lot might actually be as bad as they were advertised. So, and as long as we can keep on pushing forward and getting points, it's just February that worries me. Because, oh hello, that was pathetic, wasn't it? How did you let him get through there? You could have picked that out. Oh, you don't need to pick it up. You've got 65 minutes left. You're not in a hurry, man. Honestly. Good grief. I mean, as usual, 1 shot, 1 goal. It's what our defence does. We won't let you have many shots, but the ones you do get, we will make sure they're good. That's a hold-up promise. I mean, look how much we're dominating this game. And still, clinging onto a 1-goal lead. Oh, I love this side. I have to say, I thought earlier in this, I thought certainly after that first game of the season that I was going to be as fond of this team as I've got to be of Aston Villa, but I don't think it's going to happen. Outstretched arm, no pump fists. Find another gear, boys. Come on, step it up a level. I want to get a couple of goals lead so we can take some people off. Give them a bit more rest. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare go 2-2. You're going to dare, aren't you? It's like you want me to shout at you. Oh, referee, we'd cleared it already. Oh, you are joking me. Fine. Right, I'm going to have to berate you now for losing a 2-goal lead against a side that has done nothing. Oh, go on, why didn't you hack him down? Like an idiot, because you are one. How we needed that to go back in front is beyond me. And you're still not doing the low crosses I asked for. Every cross is at least 6-7 foot off the ground. We have not got anyone who's any good in the air. I realise we've just scored a goal from a header. But, and I'm willing to put good money on this, if I go to Bar's heading, 5, yeah. So we got lucky with that one, didn't we? It's not like he's actually good in the air. Are you taking the mick by nodding that one in as well? After another high cross that I haven't asked for. Let's have a look. Let's see if you just nodded this in, shall we? After the goalkeeper's horrendous mistake. Oh, you did. You did. Just so you can sit there and say, look, boss, we scored headed goals. Let us do the crosses we want to. Taking the mick, you lot. You really are. Hang on a second. Now, I realise one of these is duplicated, and therefore this is probably a bug, but I would really be liking to claim my 5th goal of the game, being as you say I've scored 5. Where is it? That's what I want to know. Where's my 5th goal? I mean, hopefully it'll be coming here, but still can't believe you threw away a 2-goal lead against this lot. I know you've got a 2-goal lead again, but now I don't trust you to keep it. Oh, one thing I have done with the tactic is I have slowed our passing down and shortened it a bit. Because we seem to be the better team in most of these games, I figured we might as well try and dominate possession. Oh, it's another headed goal. They're taking the mick now. I mean, this is back-to-back episodes when I should really be a lot happier than I am. But it's just weird when your team just seems to delight in saying, look, we do what we want to do rather than what you're actually asking us to do, which might actually work, you never know. We've still only got the 5 goals then. They do actually take the short free kicks though, which is, I suppose, something. I might have to stop them taking short corners though, because, I mean, you've seen the laughable efforts we come up with that. Oh, hello. Oh, he's headed. Oh my God, it's just... Honestly, this game will just... I swear it listens. I swear it does. Because that's another high looped cross that I haven't asked them to do, and another headed goal, 4 in a row now. And it's just like, well, I know you want them to do this, but they're going to win a completely different way to the one you've told them to. And you should be happy about it because they're winning. Well, once again I find myself bemused by this team. Still, 6-2. Yay! Yeah, well, I can't say... I mean, it wasn't a terrible... I mean, Prince Marshall was awful. I presume he probably gave away the penalty that never was, because... I mean, we'd headed that clear... Again, with the heading. We'd headed it clear. And then they go and flop to the floor when it's on its way out of the box, yards away from them. And it's like, oh, yeah, have a penalty. Fill your boots. Right, what shall we tell them? No, let's say what the assistant tells us to say. And I've completely forgot to make any substitutes with that. So now, fortunately we are playing basically a game a week, so it's not going to be too much of a bother, but it would have been nice to rest some legs, wouldn't it, if I'd have remembered. Oh well. Okay. Right, well, I'll get the next week out of the way and we'll be on with the next one. Okay, well, I've very nearly charged straight into the match without you, but here we are, home against Small Town. It's our last game before the winter break. I'm not sure how much of a winter they have in Liberia, being as how relatively close it is to the equator, but yeah, we've got pretty much first choice side. I've left Deborah in because he did score last time out, and our young lad Mohamed Cromer doesn't seem to have played as well as the other two who have outscored him slightly, but we're not really getting the goals from our forwards. But anyway, as you can see, lots of lovely little partnerships developing all over this team. Let's just hope it's not torn apart in February, shall we? Alright, here we go. Now, Small Town are sort of mid-table, but they've kind of flirted with the playoff places most of the season. Right, let's try and motivate the midfield. We'll leave it at that. Okay, we're playing in blue. And right, Nimba did actually get beaten in their last game, unfortunately by Kai Trace, who are trying to close in on us, which we don't really want them doing. Okay, well, I've changed the crosses back to mixed, being as they seem to just be flinging them in there however they feel like it anyway. And I've also changed the corners so that we don't take short corners anymore. We are going to take mixed corners, and I have got someone standing short just in case they want to use him, but I've also pushed our centre backs up so that we've got more people in the box if we're going to bung the ball in the box, because we only had 2 people in there at corners. Which, if we were going to start flinging the ball in, was not going to get us very far. Okay, again, much the better side, dominating the game, can't score. Right, I'm going to say I'm not happy with your performance, even though you're not actually playing that badly, but hopefully it'll be the kick in the pants you need. Come on, boys. See, if we get a win here, then we go joint top on points with Nimba. You're not going to do it though, are you? You're just not going to do it. Right, Deba, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Get off my pitch. And Cooper, you're not playing well either. Let's mix it up front. Go. Demand more. Oh, here we go. One of our newfangled corners. Which he handled. Yay! See, we should have been flinging it into the middle all season. Adolphus Cooper. See, I know it's only a penalty, but the boy just scores. I mean, it's not his fault he's been gifted a penalty, is it? So he's actually our top scoring forward now. We are still second because I think it's direct result. We've definitely got them on goal difference as far as I'm aware. Right, well, oh yeah. Well, let's just bung Wale on. He can't really play right midfield, but he can play right wing back, you know. Just do what you do there, 10 yards further forward. Be fine. Okay, well, 1-0 win. Not exactly a spectacular game, but we did totally dominate them. Yeah, I'll say it was a good win. It was alright. Deba's got himself dropped by not being any good. Yeah, see, we've got them on goal difference, so it's direct result that's causing us problems. We are still 6 points clear of third. Possibly 4 if Invincible 11 win their game. But we only need to get the playoff places, which we're 8 points clear of. But I would like to at least snag automatic promotion if we can keep this team together. Yeah, that's my worry for the next month now. The entirety of February, transfer windows open, and the board, if we get any offers for anyone, might just go straight over my head and just sell them. In which case we could be in trouble. But you'll find that out when we come back, because well, Invincible 11, as we've just seen, are trying to chase us down, and then we've got the cup game, so we will come back immediately after that, and then after that one, unless we're still in the cup, which I seriously doubt we will be, then we'll probably race through towards the end of the season and see if we can actually keep the fight going for promotion, depending on what squad we've been left with. Okay, well, thank you for joining me, and remember to like and comment down below, and I will see you in March.